What's going on, all you Pokemon fanatics, and welcome back to Hit the Breaks. So there's been a lot we could talk about over the last couple days. There's been content creators that are kind of resigning to the sentiment and how bad it is trying to get product and what's going on right now with all the hype in the market. I've noticed a couple things myself that I think could lead to even more interesting things. We got some updates on Japanese stuff, and we got a new battle partners card reveal. So we got a mix of, man, this market sucks, and okay, this is pretty cool in this video. So let's get into it. But first, let's get into like what is currently happening with the most recent couple of sets. Okay, Surging Sparks, it's saying 238. So the sales volume is slowing down, and we've hit this, I guess it's like a top. It's coming down a little bit, but it hit almost 250, and now we're back under 240, and sales volume is starting to slow down. So maybe we've hit, you know, that level on the newer sets where this is basically market price for them right now, 230, 240. I still think that's an awful lot for this just coming out a couple months ago. Really, I still think this is crazy, but it didn't get to 300. God, that feels bad to say, but it is what it is. Let's take a look at prismatic evolutions. I mean, this isn't slowing down at all. We got ETBs for 147. The release for this is the actual release for this is in a few days. I know people are already ripping packs all over the place, which I'm surprised Pokemon doesn't try to crack down on somehow. They did this with I can't remember whether my brother said it was either with football or baseball products, but they cut a lot of the online stores like Breakers and stuff. They cut their distribution off when they found out they were opening the products early and doing breaks early. So I don't know if Pokemon's going to do something like that, or this just, it is what it is, and we're just more aware of it now with you know, Whatnot being a prominent platform and Rip and Chips being a really accepted thing now. But as far as prismatic evolution goes, we all saw this sale. Where was it? This is not the right thing. Where is it at? We all saw this crazy sale of the Umbreon, eBay, cha-ching, $18,869. What happened here, and why did they do it? Why? It doesn't ship till February 17th. We got 3,500 here, best offer. 2,500 ships February. Ships January 27th. January 27th, 2,400, 2,200, January 27th, 500, January 27th, 4,500, February 17th. They don't have these cards yet. They don't have these cards, and they're pre-selling, hoping to, I think what's happening here, anyway, I'm saying that like it was a fact, but what I think is happening here is they're pre-selling, hoping to then go buy the card themselves on eBay for less money than these people gave them to buy the card in the first place, and they just pocket the rest. Why are we participating in these auctions, knowing that's probably what's happening? I don't get it. I mean, it is what it is. There's that much hype around the market. People don't care. I don't even think people are using their brains, really. But I was saying for the last few weeks that I think when this card comes out and there's so much hype around it and it's so expensive that it's going to drive people from the English to the Japanese. And I heard online that a lot of people were saying that when English comes out, there's going to be less interest in the Japanese card because there's going to be more interest in English. I think this is so crazy that this is actually driving interest to the Japanese card. And I think that's exactly what's happening. So we have an $849 sold in a PSA 10. This wasn't $800. This wasn't a $550 raw card. This wasn't an $800, $450 raw card, $800 PSA 10 a couple of weeks ago. But now that we're closer and people are starting to like pay that much money for the Umbreon in English, it is bringing more interest to Japanese, because this is a lot of money. I understand that. $850 is not an affordable Pokemon card. I mean, unless you have a lot of money, right? That's a lot for a Grail, even in a PSA 10. Even in an English card, $850 is a lot for a PSA 10. But for a Japanese PSA 10 of a set that just come out, that's crazy. But I feel like that's exactly what's happening. They don't want to pay $3,000, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, whatever crazy numbers people are going to pay, even $2,000 for this Umbreon in English, and it's going to push people to this. But this is going up very quickly, like real fast. I don't know that this is sustainable, and I don't know that this will stay at 850 or 800. I think it will settle down somewhere lower than this, but I don't think it's going to go back to a $400 PSA 10 in this cycle. It might when the hype has died down and we're in a bear market again, but I don't think it's going to go back to where it started at in this cycle. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong. The interest could get sucked out of this when English actually releases and people are actually getting the cards. But I don't know. I don't know. I felt like this is what was going to happen, and I think it is, especially with battle partners. I'm seeing that pre-ordered from some Japanese vendors that I messaged back and forth with between $100 and $105 a booster box. And that's a Japanese booster box. Surging Sparks is a $60 Japanese booster box. Paradise Dragona is a $50 Japanese booster box. 151 Japanese is up over $100 again. So there's definitely a lot of interest leaving English, I think, and kind of going to Japanese, because even $100 a booster box seems reasonable, even for a Japanese product, when the Pokemon Center sells out of Journey Together and they're already selling for, what, $250, $300 on eBay? Let's look real quick. Journey Together. $100 in ETB, $185. MSRP is $160. 161-ish MSRP. That's what the Pokemon Center sells these boxes at. That really isn't that bad of a price, but the fact that people are selling them already on eBay is insane. These don't come out till March. Like, this is nuts. Why? I don't know why people are doing this. I guess they just really want to secure their product, you know? $97 regular ETB. That's crazy. I'm going off on a tangent and I'm forgetting what I was talking about. Oh, something else happened that I noticed, and I just wanted to point this out because I have a bunch of these myself, and I was looking at and seeing what the price was on these, and I saw this. Let's go to the 1 month here. I saw this a couple days ago, January 10th. Okay. January 9th, it was like $3, $3.30, and 79 items were sold. January 10th, 292 items were sold. It shot up to $15.95, and it has now since come back down to around $6.98 and normal volume. This looked like a kind of manipulated buyout to me. This much volume, all in one day, shot the price up to 15, coming back down to 7. 300 items in one day, coming from 29, 41, 79. I mean, what I think this is going to cause when buyouts like this happen of promos, especially promos, I think it's going to cause people to start looking at other promos and just buying them and not even thinking if they're promos people want, they're cool cards or they're sought after promos. I think they're just gonna see Black Star promo and just start buying shit. And that's not something you want to get caught doing, because you don't know if it's a card that's going to do well in the long term. Unless you just like the promo and you want it, by all means. But if you want your collection to go up in value, that's what I'm talking about here, value, you gotta be picky. Like, I mean, I guess I understand, because the Magneton Pokemon Center promo is now sitting at $75. But this doesn't look like a manipulated buyout. This just looks like what happened. $75 near Mint Hollow. And it's a Pokemon Center promo. So I get this one. It came in a Pokemon Center ETB. It's Surging Sparks. It's a sought after set. It's a sought after artist, Shinji Kanda. They did the Magikarp, right? So this promo, whether it be Pokemon Center or regular promo, has a lot going for it because of the artist and the set it was coming from. But there's a lot of promos out there that nobody, like, it wasn't a good looking promo. It didn't come in like a cool product. Like, it was printed a lot. Like, there can be a lot going against a promo card also. But I think it's going to drive people into just buying up all of the promos. And then we don't really know what's real anymore, if that makes any sense. I can't think of a better way to say that. I'm sorry. And this might just be a jumbled mess of a thought. But I think this is going to, long story short, I think this is going to drive people to just buy all the promos and not even use their brains on it. Now, before we get into the market itself, we did have one card announcement over on pokebeach.com. Look for it. Look how cute that is. That's adorable. And it's just an art rare. The art rares and Journey together go kind of hard. I'm sorry. The art rares we've seen so far. I'm really liking this set. And I'm not trying to hype it up too much because it's already going for $105 a booster box, and they're selling the promos separately a lot now, is what I'm seeing. So, I don't know. I like this set so far, to be honest. Even though we've only seen like 6 or 7 of the art rares. If they keep this trend up, I think it's going to do, I think it's going to be a good set. All right, so I'm going to talk about this video. This was Nostalgia Nomics. I was wrong about prismatic evolutions. He touched on the topic, and this is the part where the market is rough. And you know, none of us like it. Like, the people that are in it trying to make money, like, everything starts out at a high price, right? We don't like that because the customers aren't happy. We're not happy. We have to charge too much for the product that normally wouldn't be this expensive other than the market that we're in. You know, the customers aren't happy. They have to pay more. The people that play the game do not want to pay these prices just for their game pieces. Like, it's just bad news all around, and it's hard to get product. Like, Prismatic Evolutions is $20-some a pack. That's crazy. That's crazy. But he said that Pokemon actually did short print Prismatic Evolutions. It wasn't that the distributors were holding back. It wasn't that, you know, they were only able to allocate stores certain amounts because there were so many more stores asking for Pokemon product. They actually did short print it, and they didn't have enough. They just didn't have enough to go around. So if Pokemon is short printing, and I'm paraphrasing what he said, if Pokemon is short printing one of the most hyped up sets, most sought after sets, it feels like they're kind of doing this on purpose to keep themselves in the news cycle and drive hype, which I definitely agree with. This does feel like they're doing this on purpose right now to get more interest in the next things to sell more of it, because it doesn't make any sense to have a hyped up, really sought after product and not sell as much of it as you can, right? You hold back so you can sell more of the next set and the set after that and the set after that. That's what this kind of feels like. And then they open the floodgates of all this new stuff and actually sell out of a full print run, which is crazy. Or they're getting people used to paying the MSRP like they sell on the Pokemon Center, so they can up the distribution prices a little bit. So they sell a booster box at $161 on the Pokemon Center. Why wouldn't you pay $161 anywhere else? And they sold out of it. So it's like this new number of $161 that people bought these booster boxes for. Maybe they're trying to make that the new normal. Maybe. I don't know. But those were all his points. I'm just paraphrasing. There's been a lot of Pokemon content creators talking about a lot of things, and they all do make sense. And then there was pokerev, and something he talked about I really wanted to touch on. He mentioned it, saying this felt like coming into crypto, and he compared it to crypto a lot. And I absolutely agree, because someone that has been around for more than one crypto cycle myself, and watching that community and how they reacted the first time, oh, it blew up, they're making money, everything's expensive, it just goes up, buy it. Okay, all right. But you could tell the people that were just there to make a quick dollar, and then you could tell the people that had been around a long time and actually understood what they were looking at. So, like, the stable businesses, the businesses that aren't over ordering, the businesses that aren't scalping product, canceling pre-orders, you know, those are the people that have been around the market a while and weren't doing stupid shit. And then the people that just got into crypto that 4-year cycle were buying all the shit coins, all the meme coins, all the dumb stuff, and they're not there anymore either. Now, some of them are. Some of them are like, oh, I was dumb, I lost a lot of money, but this makes sense, I'm gonna be smart now. There's a couple of those left over, right? But the ones that just got in to make a quick dollar, you know, let's just, I don't know if this is the case, but we've all seen that Instagram video of the guy that had a house full of Prismatic Evolutions ETBs. No furniture, but he had a whole bunch of Prismatic Evolutions ETBs. That reminds me of the meme coiner, the shit coin guy, right? Made a whole bunch of money, but then ended up losing it later in the cycle as the market was going down because stuff just wasn't going up anymore. And at some point, Pokemon is going to open up the floodgates and stuff's not just going to go up anymore. There is going to be enough product. The part of the market that's angry right now is going to start to be like, oh, I got 3 booster boxes for myself. and the website didn't crash. I got a pre-order. They fulfilled my order. They didn't cancel on me. And booster boxes are going to be a normal price. So the people that scalped and overpaid in the beginning aren't going to have that margin to continue to make money. And usually what those people do is they'll dump a lot of money at once because they think it's never going to stop. And when it does stop, it completely takes them out of the business. So I think he's 100% right comparing this to crypto, because I saw that happen so much in the last cycle in that community also. And this looks and feels exactly the same, like the people flexing with the house full of ETBs. People were flexing cars and stuff, and then they just disappeared like 6 months later. They were gone off social media. That's exactly what that feels like. Now, I think this is still going to go on a while, but Pokemon, holding back prismatic evolutions really feels like we're good. They're sitting back going, we're going to get a lot of pre-orders. We're journeying together. We're bringing, you got Team Rocket. We got a new game coming out. They got a lot coming, right? So I don't know. And as far as for me and my brother, like with what we're doing with Pokemon, we got a card show this weekend. I mean, I told him, I'm like, dude, I don't really want to buy a whole lot right now. Like, this doesn't feel good. Like we want to do rip and ship. We want to do rip and ships. We have our website. Our website is live, by the way, hitthebreaks.shop. If you want to check that out, we have a couple products up there. We got Japanese booster boxes. We have Japanese 151 supercharged breaker and Paradise Dragona. That's all we got right now. We're starting super small. We're going to start adding our graded cards and singles. Sorry to go off on that rant. Just shameless plug for us. But we have the show coming up, and we would like to do rip and ships, but I don't even want to do Prismatic Evolutions rip and ships. Just check and make sure she's not in the litter box. My dog likes to try to steal a snack out of the litter box. Now my camera went crazy. But I don't even want to do, now she's creeping. I don't even want to do Prismatic Evolution rip and ship because it's $25 a pack. I don't even want to contribute to that. I'll have other stuff. I'll have Japanese rip and ships. I'll have some older sets, but I don't think I'm going to do sets that go that crazy as far as rip and ships. And I know that's going to hurt a little bit because I could make money on that. They like to, what is it? 10% margin. Hey, she almost got it. I caught her. But what imagine a 10% margin on a $25 pack. That's $2.50 a pack, dude. You open 100 packs a night. That's not a lot when you look at these rip and ship streams. That's $250 profit. I don't think, yeah, it's a great business, but I don't think I want to carry that. And I'm not talking down on people that do. Make your money, dude. I don't care, but I don't want to do that. And nor do I want to put myself out there that much on an ETB either. It's talking about a little guy like myself, right? But I'll have other stuff, Surging Sparks like that, but it just doesn't feel like it feels like you're walking on eggshells trying to get product and actually run a decent business. It's sketchy as shit, to be honest with you. But, it is what it is. We're here. Our website is up. If you want to check that out and support us, it's still working on it, but it is functioning and those products are up there. Appreciate you guys watching. That's my thoughts on what's going on right now. It's been Hit the Breaks, and I'll catch you in the next one.